Boxing truth here. Canelo Alvarez is about to give the fans a third straight pay-per-view showcase fight. But this is the most interesting fight of Canelo's career since the Miguel Cotto fight. Canelo is still the clear favorite for many reasons. But Canelo, if it all goes according to plan, and he takes care of business this weekend against Chavez Jr., Canelo Alvarez needs to be bold, as he's been saying, or be bolder, as he's been saying in his commercials in the lead up during fight week. Canelo Chavez Jr. fight week. And he needs to make that Golovkin fight happen in September. If all goes well against Chavez Jr., gets an emphatic win, gets a knockout win, he's expected to win big in this fight. A clear favorite by the bookies. And Canelo should be the obvious favorite. He's the faster fighter. He's more sharper. He's better defensively. He's the more complete fighter of the two. He has more momentum. He's the A side. He's Golden Boy's goose that lays the golden eggs. And Chavez Jr., he's looked like trash his last few fights. He's coming off dreadful performances, quitting on his stool, not making weight, not motivated. But this fight is more interesting because Chavez Jr. truly put in some work. He really trained as hard as he could. He's been training as hard as it's been a while since he's been this motivated. So he came in shape, made the weight comfortably, and we're just gonna have to see if the hard training camp and squeezing down to 164 will have any effect on his body, have any effect on his performance. It's gonna be interesting to see if there's gonna be any significant size advantage in this fight. Or is Chavez Jr. simply just a taller, longer guy? Is he the bigger guy? Is he the more physically stronger guy? No, looked better at the weigh-in. Looked sharp. He looked in shape. He looked jacked up. Canelo's gonna be more energetic for this fight. Man, perhaps he may even help him fighting at 164. We'll see how it does with his conditioning. Will he be in better? Will he display better stamina? Will he display a better gas tank? Will he throw more punches? Or will he just fight in spurts like he usually does? Nelo's got some great hands. He's got some of the best hands in the business. I love Nelo's style, man. The combinations, the razor sharp combinations, the head movement, the counters, the uppercuts. Canelo, he's got one of the best fun styles in boxing in terms of when you watch a fighter fight. He throws every punch in the book, sets up his combinations well, his punches. He just doesn't have great feet. Doesn't have the fastest feet, but man, he's got some fucking hands. If he threw more punches and displayed better conditioning, he will be almost a perfect fighter. He's got the speed, he's got power, he's got defensive abilities. He's not no one-dimensional Mexican fighter. And he's earned it. He started from the bottom. He wasn't given the special treatment that Chavez Jr. got. He had to earn his stripes. He had to get noticed. He had to climb the rankings. He didn't have a manufactured run. He didn't have top-ranked matchmakers like Chavez Jr. did. Chavez Jr. has been born with a silver spoon, simply fought to get the approval of his father, was at the right place at the right time, was brought up by Top Rank, and Top Rank, they made it happen. Chavez Jr. was a lab project, and Top Rank was able to pull off a miracle, guide him into a world title, and get him a pay-per-view headliner against Montevilla. With the type of talent and the type of amateur background Chavez Jr. had, no one would have thought he even be a world-class fighter, or even win a world title, or even be headlining a pay-per-view. So Chavez Jr., he's fulfilled in accomplishing more than people thought he would accomplish. He'll never be his daddy, but he did something that no one thought he would do, and that's win a world title and beat a solid middleweight in Andy Lee and become a pay-per-view headliner. And now he's headlining another pay-per-view. And what's his redemption fight? A win over Canelo would really do wonders for Chavez Jr.'s career. Would pretty much offset all the bullshit that he's been through, the missing weight, getting gift decisions against Brian Vera, quitting on his stool, looking like trash in his 2 get-back fights. But there's just too many advantages Canelo brings to the table. He's sharper, he's faster, he's better defensively, he's the more complete package. He has more momentum. Chavez Jr. is motivated, he came in shape, he looks ready for the fight, but we'll see how his performance pans out after all that hard work he put in. But Canelo is the clear favorite for a reason, and he should take care of business, as I don't see any upset special in this fight. There were a couple upsets tonight on Golden Boy's card. I gotta give props to Golden Boy's matchmaking with their ESPN series. They're really trying to find out who they have in their stable that's real. They're not babying their prospects. They're not fucking trying to create manufactured champions. They're putting these guys in real fights, and these guys got to swim. And if they can't swim, then you're not the real deal. They can't make any money off you. So props for the Golden Boy series. You've seen a lot of upsets, but I don't think it's going to continue to Saturday. Canelo should get the victory, and Canelo needs to be bolder. Make the Golovkin fight. It's a fight I believe that he has a good chance of winning, as Golovkin is looking more human than ever, more vulnerable than ever, having a tough fight against Jacobs, close competitive fight. And the time is now for Canelo to make that fight. Golovkin's getting older. Canelo, I feel, is improving. He's getting better. But he needs to stop with these pay-per-view showcases, man. Canelo's one of my favorite fighters, but Boxing Truth ain't exactly pleased with these pay-per-view showcases. Amir Khan's, Liam Smith, now Chavez Jr. Need to get back into the big-time stage. Back into the fights where that people actually are wondering who's going to win. All these outcomes are predetermined, and I expect another predetermined outcome against Canelo Chavez Jr. Canelo just has too many advantages, and he might not even have a size disadvantage in this fight. He might be the same weight or close to the same weight as Chavez Jr. on fight night. But Canelo, he still has the support. He's definitely has fans that are going against him. I can understand the diva behavior, defying the WBC, beef with the WBC. Now Canelo is forming a relationship with the WBO because the WBO plays ball. They're definitely going to play ball with Canelo because Canelo he doesn't want to abide by any sanctioning body rules. He's the A side now. He's one of the cash cows, one of the faces in boxing. He'll need to follow no sanctioning body rules. If they're not going to work with him, then those sanctioning bodies are going to lose out on significant sanctioning fees. And that's why Canelo wants to fuck with the WBO, because WBO don't really enforce their mandatories like the IBF does. WBO will play ball with you. So that's why Canelo is starting to get close to WBO. And Canelo can get an immediate shot at Saunders if he wants to, if all goes well against Chavez Jr. But the fight we want to see is Golovkin. David Lemieux, that's another pay-per-view showcase fight. Lemieux's a good puncher, but at only a certain level. Definitely not good enough, in my opinion, to beat Canelo Alvarez. But Canelo Alvarez should have a scintillating performance tomorrow night. He's got a big target in front of him, a guy who with not much defense, who hasn't looked good in recent fights, but is coming in better shape than he has in the past, especially his past few fights. He really trained hard. He's motivated for the fight. But it's just Canelo is just the more skilled, the more talented, and he's gonna be as mentally focused and motivated to beat Chavez Jr. So it's just too much for Chavez Jr. to overcome. Too much speed, too much skills, too much counter-punching ability. Canelo should get the win. I'm going to say by stoppage. I think he'll stop Chavez Jr. late. It'll be interesting to see if Jr. could put pressure, back Canelo up, land to the body. I mean, that's his chance. Just put pressure, throw a lot of punches, try to tire out Canelo and go to the body. But Canelo should get the win, and Canelo needs to be bolder and make the Golovkin fight happen for September. It's a fight that I feel he could win. He has a good chance to win, and I think the fight, the time is now. It's been marinated. Golovkin decided to wait instead of becoming undisputed. And the timetables are finally right. They're both. The timetable is where it's supposed to be, and the fight can happen for September. All Nelo's got to do is take care of business, and he should. And he should do it emphatically with a late stoppage win over Chavez Jr. But y'all let me know what y'all think. This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.